Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of the Other 3 Years podcast. My name is Kristi Wagner, and the day I am recording this is the day of the closing ceremonies at the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. Racing for rowing wrapped up about a week ago, and while some of my teammates in the Team USA boats had really awesome performances, highlighted by the men's 4 winning a gold medal and the men's 8 winning a bronze medal. Unfortunately, my own racing with Sophia in the women's double was pretty far from our top performance, and we ended up finishing in 9th place, which was very far from our goals for the regatta. I honestly don't have that much to say about the whole thing. I wish I had more to say. I can honestly say I've never been as stunned and upset by a performance of my own in my entire life. And so I've spent the past week or so racking my brain for things that I could have done better during the past few years and looking for workouts I skipped or did not complete to the best of my ability, or just anything that I could have done better to make myself a better athlete. And I just can't really find anything. I obviously had struggles or things I had to overcome along the way, but I feel very confident that I did overcome all of those things. I don't know, Sophia and I had a really great pre-camp in Italy. We were consistently seeing very fast speeds, and we were healthy and rowing well, in good headspaces. I don't want to speak for Sophia, but I think I can accurately say that we were both a bit blindsided by the experience of racing here and having the performances that we had, because they just weren't an accurate portrayal of really anything we've done. I do want to pause for a second and give kudos and congratulations to all of the crews who found success at these Olympics, both in the women's double and in all of the events. I think everyone works really hard, and other countries maybe timed their training better than us. I don't know. That could not be true. I don't know. But I do think that the people that performed well earned those finishes and those medals. And, I'm happy for them, separately from how I feel for myself. Yeah, for myself, it feels strange to know that we were very far from everything we had been doing in practice. I guess maybe we choked. I kind of put that in quotations because I don't really know what that means. I think it means that you let the moment get too big and then aren't able to have your good performance. I don't feel that way. I spent a lot of time in the lead up to these Olympics talking, with my sports psych or coaches or whatever, getting myself ready to have a good mindset going in. And I had that. I felt calm and ready to go, ready to give, all of myself and let my hard work show on the race course. I was not expecting it to be easy. I was expecting it to be a really big challenge and have to really put forth all of my hard work. So 9th place sounds pretty bad to me. Just, based on the work that I put in, that we put in, and the speeds we had been going. And I'm not saying this for anyone to think I'm a sore loser or feel bad for me, but rather just because it's how I feel. And I haven't really lied yet doing this podcast. So I did try to take some time before recording this to let myself kind of climb out of my dark hole a bit. And I do think I've done that, thanks mostly to my family and my boyfriend Ian and my friends. I'm honestly not sure how long it will take for me to feel better. I'm not sure if I'll ever feel better about this. I think, yeah, I'll move on. I don't think I'll cry every day for the rest of my life because of my performance at these Olympics, but it's something I'll have to live with. And, I was fully all in on performing well at these Olympics. I gave up a lot to get to the starting line in the position that I was in, and left no stone unturned. And I think giving your all and then coming up very short is a horrible feeling, and one I would not wish on anyone else, because all I'm left to think and feel is that other people are better than me, and that at my best, I cannot come close to competing for a gold medal, which I know is not true. I know the speeds that I have seen in the double and single and on the erg, and I know those are real. I know that I'm not making it up, and I know that the times I have been successful have not been a fluke. But I think when you fall flat on your face on the world's biggest stage, it just really feels like all of those things. So I wish that I could share some like happy wisdom in this episode. And while I know that life, and sports and all of these things like are about the journey, not the destination, and I have had an incredible journey, right now I just feel sad and disappointed. And of course, I feel like I let a lot of people down. I feel like a lot of people put a lot of their energy and efforts and resources into me. And I think I earned that. I think that I showed that I was a person that should get those resources and should be bought into. But now I feel like I let them down. But like most of all, I think I let myself down. And that's almost a worse feeling. I'm still like unsure of what my future will hold and rowing and not rowing. But I do know that my last rowing race can certainly not be 9th place. So, but even with that, I'm definitely going to take some time and put more of my energies into other areas of my life for a little while. And I think my brain probably needs a break almost more than my body, like especially after, the past couple of weeks. But even before this, it is a bit of a slog. Special thanks to our sponsor, Discover Saratoga. Discover Saratoga is a one-stop shop for all things Saratoga. Their mission is to drive growth in the local economy by promoting and marketing Saratoga County as a must-visit destination for leisure traveling, meetings, conventions, and events. We work with Discover Saratoga at Saratoga Rowing, and they have been impactful in helping make our events a great experience for the local community and visitors alike. If you live in Saratoga or are visiting this summer, be sure to head to discoversaratoga.org to learn more about all they have to offer. And be sure to take advantage of their free family-friendly concert series in Congress Park, which is every Sunday in July and every Tuesday in August, and the concerts start at 7 p.m. One that I really enjoyed, but it definitely can be a little bit of a slog. And so this is my last podcast episode. I am so incredibly grateful to everyone who has been a part of this journey with me. Christine and Anna and the entire team at Brightsighted have been awesome and amazing. They handle everything for me to bring everyone listening an amazing product. And they deal with me being super annoying a lot of the time in a myriad of ways, like not recording on time or being really particular about what we're putting out there. And I just appreciate that the team has like always had my back and has helped me share, an authentic story while being true to myself. And I just really appreciate everyone for that. Like it's just, I'm really grateful. I think authenticity is a really important thing. And at the end of the day, like this is my life and this is my story. And this is basically my worst possible scenario that like I would have to record an episode like this, and like other bad things have happened, over the course of this podcast, and I signed up to share. And obviously it's more fun to hear stories of people that won gold medals, but I think it's sort of important to hear these stories too. Or I guess maybe that's just what I have to tell myself so that I can sleep at night. I don't really know. I also want to thank all of the incredible guests who have come on and shared their stories with me and then through me with all of you. And I just feel really grateful to them and feel like I've made some new friends through it, but also just been inspired by so many people. And finally, I just want to thank all of you for listening. I honestly am still always surprised when people tell me they listen to my podcast, but it's been such a cool experience to share so much of this journey with all of you. And while it certainly did not end the way that I wanted it to at all, a part of this podcast is to share that I'm not just a rower and not just an athlete, and that my life and everyone's lives are bigger than the Olympics. So I have to practice what I preach, so to speak. And if I know anything, it's that I don't stay knocked down for too long. I very much plan to get back up again. And I know that no result in my future will ever erase this 9th place finish. Like all I can do is move forward, and that's what I plan to do. So tonight is the closing ceremonies at the Olympics, and one of my teammates, Nick Mead, who won gold in the men's 4, is carrying the flag at the closing ceremonies with Katie Ledecky, which is an honor that no rower has ever had. So I think that's so cool. Nick is awesome, and I watched him and the rest of his teammates in the men's four like work incredibly hard, but probably wouldn't say they worked harder than us, which I think is just like a lesson in life that sometimes everything ends in a quote unquote fairy tale ending and sometimes it doesn't. And that's just life. I think it's amazing for them and I'm so happy for them and I celebrate them and they earned it. But like, it's weird now to just know that sometimes things work out and sometimes they don't. But tonight we'll get to celebrate Nick and so many of the amazing Team USA and other countries' Olympians like from all around the world who have had amazing performances. And that's really cool. And unfortunately, like I won't look back on Paris and think, oh my God, that was so fun. I had such a blast. Like, honestly, I didn't come here for the experience. I didn't come to get free clothing or trade pins or have fun going to other events. Like, it's totally fine if people did enjoy those things. And I think that's great. But to me, my goals were purely out on the race course. And I obviously fell quite short of those goals. And of course, I still have family and friends who love me. And, you know, I obviously have enjoyed seeing and spending time with my family and my friends and haven't been sad every moment of every day. And I have gone to a few other events and yeah, of course it's fun, but it also sort of hurts my heart, like not in a jealous way, just in a way that right now the Olympics is just like a little bit close to home. I think in a way that probably everyone understands, even if it seems weird that I can't just have fun and enjoy and, you know, what it seems like on social media. So Ian and I are flying home to Boston tomorrow and I don't have any plans really. So I just have to figure it all out, which is both scary and exciting. So if anyone has any suggestions or just wants to talk, please feel free to reach out. And now I guess all I have left to say is a really huge thank you, which doesn't feel like enough, but those are the only words that I have. And while I also wish I had some sort of epic last quote, the quote that I keep thinking about is so simple. And so I'll just leave you with an old faithful that even despite the past few weeks of my life, I still believe in. As Babe Ruth said, don't let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game. So thank you so much to everyone for listening and be sure to stay tuned to all of Brightsided's other shows. I will really miss all of you and this and just, yeah, thank you and have a great rest of your summer and see you at the head of the Charles and the head of the fish. Bye.